All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Nutrition at Noon. My name is Tu Win. I am one of 10 nutritionists here with Giant. And today we are going to be talking about nutritionist picks for the summer. So before we get started, just a couple housekeeping items. Today is going to be about a 15-minute segment. It's going to be 10 minutes of me pointing out some products that we have out there on the shelves and ways that we can use it. And then the last 5 minutes is going to be a live Q&A. So if you have any questions at all about this topic, you can go ahead and click that Q&A icon at the bottom of your screen and type in your question. For all of those who are new to our webinars, rest assured, everything is anonymous. So your webcams are turned off, your microphones are muted, and any questions that you ask me will also be anonymous. All right, guys, we are wrapping up our Nutrition at Noon series, but no worries, we are not leaving you guys to fend for yourselves. We nutritionists are always here for your nutritional needs. So today, whether you're in need of some inspiration in the kitchen or you're just wanting to try something new, I'm sharing with you our nutritionist picks for these warm summer months ahead of us. All right, so before we begin, when you're grocery shopping at Giant, you might notice tags on the shelf that look exactly like this. So this is our Handpicked program. So when you are choosing a product that has this tag, you can be confident in knowing that whatever you're putting in your cart is a nutritious choice for you and your family. So when you're grocery shopping at Giant, just be on the lookout for these tags. So first, let's start off in the produce section because what dietitian doesn't want to start off talking about fruits and vegetables? And chances are a lot of times when you're grocery shopping, you start off in the produce section. The great thing about fruits and vegetables, we know that they're high in fiber, they have vitamins and minerals, and they always get 3 guiding stars. So that's a great thing about these products that I'm about to show you. So the first one are produce from Bowery Farms. And Bowery Farms is a local indoor farm in Baltimore, Maryland. The great thing about having an indoor farm is that it's a controlled environment. They use less resources. They can grow these produce year round, and they don't have to use pesticides because it's indoors. So when you're shopping at Giant, you can be on the lookout for Bowery Farms leafy greens. They have herbs that you can use as a base for your grain bowl or in your salad. Then we have peaches from our friends at Titan Farms. And I know peaches is not something new, but there are many different ways that you can use them that are new. And for me, nothing screams the beginning of summer than a fresh Eastern peach. So you can always cut it up and put it in your salad. You can put it in your smoothie. You can even grill it for dessert. Or you can try this recipe. So chicken and fresh peach pizza. So this is a great recipe if you're needing some inspiration for a weeknight dinner. Maybe it's pizza night, but you're tired of making the same pizza all the time or ordering out. You can try this new one. So the peach has that, sweet flavor that goes great with that savory cheese. So this is just another great way to use a product that you already know, but in a different way. All right, so let's move on to our grains. And we know that we want to focus on whole grains because they're high in fiber, they have those B vitamins that our body needs, and they also have protein. So Dave's Killer Bread has a new line of hamburger buns, which is perfect for these summer months when we're grilling outdoors and having barbecues. So be on the lookout for these hamburger buns. Again, they're whole grains, they have fiber, but they taste delicious. So you don't need to worry about them being dry. They taste great. Then we have Kodiak cakes. And Kodiak cakes not only are super delicious, makes your kitchen smell wonderful, they're also 100% whole grains, and it's getting protein in your traditional breakfast. So, a lot of times our protein for breakfast might be high in those saturated fats like bacon and sausage, but this is is a great way to get that lean protein in. And then last but not least, we have 1 Degree Organics. And this company is all about transparency. So each one of their packages has a QR code on it that you can scan with your phone, and you can literally see where the ingredients, what farm it's coming from. You can meet the farmers and you know exactly where your food is coming from, which is awesome. Their products also feature sprouted grains, which is super trendy right now. So studies have shown that sprouted grains, the nutrients might be more available for our bodies to absorb. They can also be more easy to digest. So you can be on the lookout for these products at the grocery store as well. My favorite one of their products are the sprouted brown rice krispies, and you can use them to make strawberry chocolate crunch bars. So if you are, craving a sweet treat, or you have kids at home and want to get them involved in the kitchen, you can make these bars and also be confident that you're getting the fiber from those sprouted grains. All right, so moving right along to our protein, we want to make sure we're focusing on lean protein. So first up, I have rotisserie chicken. And again, I know rotisserie chicken is nothing new, but it's actually one of our favorite things to promote because it's super convenient and again, another great source of lean protein. So you can really use it in place of any recipe that calls for chicken. You can put it in your soups, your stews, your salads, your casseroles. You can even wrap them and make taquitos out of them. Lots of different things that you can do with rotisserie chicken. Then we have shelled edamame. And this is a super convenient way to get that plant protein into your diet. So it's going to be high in fiber, it's going to have protein to keep you feeling fuller longer. Again, you can just throw them in your soup, you can throw them in your salad. My son likes to just eat them as is for a nutritious snack. And then we have our Beyond Beef, which is plant-based meat. And as you can see, Beyond Beef doesn't have any guiding stars, but we nutritionists understand that everything fits in moderation. So as long as we're doing it every once in a while, it's perfectly fine to incorporate into your diet. And plant-based is super trendy right now. We're actually in our 4th week of our Healthy at Home challenge. And our challenge is to have 1 meatless meal per day. So this would be a great opportunity to fulfill that challenge. You can buy this Beyond Beef, season it with your favorite spices and herbs, form them into patties and throw them onto the grill. Or you can make these avocado and pickled onion Beyond Burgers. I mean, doesn't that look super delicious? You can use that Dave's Killer Bread hamburger buns, and then the pickled red onions give you those probiotics to promote gut health. All right, so let's move on to our seasonings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, a lot of times my fresh herbs start to go pretty quickly limp in the refrigerator. So these lightly dried herbs are a great way to solve that. And it helps to, reduce on that food waste. It stays fresh for up to 4 weeks in your refrigerator. All you do is you just put it in while you're cooking and it refreshes during cooking. Tastes so similar to fresh herbs. Then we have our Nature's Promise seasonings. And these are awesome because not only are they delicious, but they're super low in salt. It's only 2 to 6% of your recommended daily allowance. And really, you can't find seasonings out there that are that low in salt. And they have great flavors like Persian orange tarragon, Manhattan steak rub, and coffee garlic rub. So you can put these as on your steak. You can marinate your fish in it, whatever you like. And then last but not least, we have nutritional yeast. And what is nutritional yeast, right? Well, it's basically just dry, inactive yeast and B vitamins. So if you are going more towards a plant-based diet or you're not eating as many animal products, most likely you're going to be needing more B vitamins in your diet. And this is a great way to do that. So it's pretty low in sodium and it has quite a cheesy flavor. So any recipe that calls for cheese, you can use nutritional yeast. I like to sprinkle it on my popcorn, or you can make this cheesy broccoli and rice. So again, you're getting that low sodium flavor, but you're also getting those nutritional benefits like those B vitamins. All right, so moving on to our drinks. So it's the morning, we want our coffee. Well, La Colombe is a fresh roasted specialty grade cold brew coffee. And if you guys watched my webinar from a couple weeks ago, you know cold brew is my favorite type of coffee. It's delicious, super smooth. Each can is about 100 calories, which is pretty good compared to other canned coffees out there. And one can has the same amount of caffeine as 2¼ cups of coffee. So you'll know that you're getting your caffeine boost that morning. Then you can also try Shaka tea. And this is Hawaiian mamaki tea that's sweetened with monk fruit. So it's 0 grams of sugar and super refreshing. And then of course we have kombucha. And kombucha is fermented tea, so it has probiotics to help with our gut health. You can drink it as is, or you can add them to mocktails or cocktails. So this is a recipe for a cucumber mint kombucha mocktail. If you want the full recipe, you can always go to Giant's Instagram story for it. All right, and then last but not least, I can't leave you guys without talking about snacks and treats. So remember, when it comes to our snacks, we want to make sure that we're having something that has fiber and protein together because it's going to help us feeling fuller longer. So Late July has tortilla chips that have added chia and quinoa for more protein and fiber. Then Crunchsters is a sprouted protein snack. So they have different flavors. They're lightly salted. So if you're looking for something crunchy and a little salty, then that is something you should be on the lookout for. And then of course, our treats. So enlightened ice cream bars, you can find them in traditional ice cream or dairy-free. Each bar is about 70 to 150 calories, and they have lots of great flavors out there. And then, of course, our dark chocolate hummus. And I know it sounds a little bit suspicious, but it's delicious, so give it a try. It's made with chickpeas infused with cocoa powder. It's got protein and fiber. Each serving is about 80 calories, so it makes a pretty good treat. And with your dark chocolate hummus, you can always arrange it on a dessert charcuterie board. So you can put your hummus there, you can put lots of different types of fruits for dipping, you can put whole grain crackers and whole grain pretzels, and maybe even a couple sweet treats there. All right, so before we get to our Q&A, I just wanted to highlight some online resources that we nutritionists have out for you guys. We can do one-on-one consultations by phone or online. We have our online webinar classes. We have our blogs full of inspiration and educational pieces. A lot of times our blogs highlight new products, so you can be on the lookout for that. And we have our Nutrition Made Easy podcast. And quarterly, we come out with an episode talking about all the new trendy products out there. So you can be on the lookout for these episodes if you're curious about what's out there on our shelves. And like I said, we are in week 4 of our Healthy at Home Challenge. So you can see that if you like to join, you can aim for 1 meatless meal every day. We are also challenging you to increase your steps each day. And then you can show us on your favorite social media platform. So here are some pics that we gathered of people participating in our challenge. And everybody's doing such a great job. All right, so we have a little bit of time left for questions. Let's see what we got. Is this the last Nutrition at Noon session? So we have one on Monday about the wrap up for our Healthy at Home Challenge. But yes, this is going to be the wrap. We're wrapping up our Nutrition at Noon series. But of course, you can always contact us nutritionists if you have any questions about anything. All right, well, that's all the questions that we have. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at nutrition@giantfood.com. Until then, stay well, everyone.